Today I'm fishing on the Kenai Peninsula of Alaska with the goal to catch a limit of salmon and halibut in the same day. Rapids, mosquitoes, two of the best guides on the peninsula, and a running 12-hour clock to catch a total of 8 fish. Lock in, boys. We're going fishing. Nah. Oh. All right, boys, and 12% female audience. My buddy Nick, who's a guide on the Kasilof River up here in Alaska, said that there are so many salmon in the river right now. They are boiling all over the place. They are jumping into boats. They are jumping onto the bank, and he's never seen anything like it. It is a record day for that river. He said if I can get there in 30 minutes, that I got a spot on his boat. We're gonna go see what a record-setting day on the river looks like. I don't know how cinematic this video is gonna be, you guys, but it'll be crazy one way or another. Just a few miles south of the famous Kenai River flows the Kasilof. Fed by the glacial waters of Tustamina Lake, this cold, milky blue river sees hundreds of thousands of sockeye salmon return every summer. While plenty of anglers fish from shore, some take a drift boat to reach the best access points, giving the river a quieter, more spread out feel than its famous neighbor. All right, here we are. We're at the Kasilof River and it smells fishy. It smells like there's a ton of fish here. I don't know if that's a thing, but could be.
It's gonna be pretty crazy. We got 88,000 fish yesterday. Probably looking about that same number today. More fish than there was water.
All right, guys, we're gonna get situated and go ahead, get to our first spot, but we got a pretty beautiful drift until then. About to go through the rapids. It's gonna get really choppy for a little bit and then it's gonna calm down again. All right, we're arriving at our first spot. We're pulling in here. I think on the ride down the river, we saw probably like 15 fish hooked and getting netted. So I think it's a pretty good sign. Pretty good sign. Yeah, pull up to the spot, the people right next to us, 2 fish hooked immediately. There's a lot of fish in this river right now. I've seen my other videos, you understand what flossing is, but I will give you a quick rundown. Sockeye, once they enter freshwater, they don't eat out of hunger. You can get them to strike sometimes on just aggression. Shout out to the dudes at Kodiak Customs. This is the Sockeye Loco. The thing just crushes fish. Flossing, you have a setup right here where you have this swivel. You hook a weight to that. That bounces on the bottom and then drags the line. The line goes into the fish's mouth like this as it swims upstream and opens its mouth. And then as it goes through, the hook catches the outside of its mouth like that. Then you have a fish hooked. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this. It's snagging with extra steps. They have to be hooked in the mouth. That's the trick to it. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a lot of people in the comments about this one, but you know what? The only thing I have to say is, your mother. Let's go catch some fish. Okay, so we swing it out to 11 o'clock. You want to make sure it's touching the bottom. Takes the bottom the entire time. And you give it a nice yank at the end. Touched one right there. There's a lot of fish in this river right now. I can see them swimming. Now legally, these fish have to be hooked in the mouth. Not in the back, not in the butthole, as Nick likes to say. They have to be hooked in the mouth. My first 10 minutes on the river, I had some unfortunate luck, to say the least. There we go. And he was very much not hooked in the mouth. That's in the beak too. Come on, big dog. Get on up here. Damn it. But when you're essentially force feeding a salmon a hook, your luck is bound to get better. Oh, there's one. That one feels like he's in the mouth. Yeah, that one's right in the mouth. There he is. All right. It's our first sockeye of the day. Let's go. It's not a massive one. They definitely get way bigger, but we're having a lot of fish push in right now. A huge push of fish came in after that one, and I was able to catch my next 2 fish in the next 15 minutes. There you go, you guys. Sockeye number 2. sockeye, number 3, in 30 minutes. They're running super strong through here.
That run really started around 11. This has been since last night. Look at that, dude. That was a beautiful hook set.
Thank you, dude. I learned from the best and he's jumping crazy. Now, does he pop off when I beach him? Nah. Oh.
Wait, beach the fish or beach yourself?
Beach both, I guess. Hold on. We're doing it from the bushes, bro.
Are you sure?
We're 100% doing it from the bushes. Yeah. All right, that wasn't the prettiest thing ever, but we got number 4. I just had to fall in the bushes to get him. At least it was graceful. Oh, oh. There you go, guys. That is the last of my limit today. Brought to you by Limits on the Fly and Kodiak Customs. I limited in 1 hour and 2 minutes, so 2 minutes over, but still, good limit. Floated in, got a limit, or floating out. And to get back to the house, get those fish vacuum sealed, and then probably take a nap. And then around 10 o'clock tonight, I'm gonna head down and we're gonna do some halibut fishing. And that was a pretty easy limit, fellas. It's just that time of year. Salmon are just here. We got a pretty beautiful float out and a pretty hard to beat day.
On the float out, Nick pointed out a few eagles, then pointed to what looked like water boiling ahead of us. It wasn't boiling water, it was tons of sockeye, and it was hard to believe just the amount of fish in the river.
What you got?
Salmon.
All right, I'm home. We got everything rinsed, dried, vacuum sealed. We're gonna go in the freezer. I'm gonna eat some General Tso's chicken. I gotta be surfing for halibut I gotta be fishing for halibut in an hour. We're here, we're on the beach, and it is an absolutely gorgeous night, man. It's 10 o'clock, the sun's going down, the waves are low, there's volcanoes across the way. I was gonna say, I don't care if we catch a fish, it looks beautiful, but nah, I definitely care if I catch a fish, for sure. I'm not one of those people, I'm not one of those, well, the view's good enough for me. Nah, not around here, partner, not around here. Are you that guy on YouTube that caught the big halibut?
Sounds like.
Is that you? All right, we're going to some rod holders in the ground and get some baits out. Still a little bit early. What time is high tide? What, midnight? 1 a.m. Okay. High tide's at 1 a.m. so we should have a pretty good bite window 2 hours before, 2 hours after that. Get the baits in the water, start doing our thing, and it's a pretty good chance. I think there's a pretty good chance we catch a couple halibut tonight. Okay, so we got 1 rod per person. We're allowed 1 rod per person out. So I have a rod out, Ahmed has a rod out, Ahmed's wife has a rod out, and Kyle had a rod out, but he brought his in, and we're gonna put the drone out farther with a bigger bait. Earlier in the tide, it's good because you can get the drone out farther than you would be able to cast. And as the water comes in, the depth comes in, so it doesn't make that big of a deal later on in the tide, but earlier in the tide, it just kind of helps. Just a crazy thing, I'm surf fishing for halibut in Alaska, cooking a hot dog on the beach across from a volcano. You go back like 5 years and tell me that I'd be doing that, I'd call you a liar. Midnight, this rod's been bouncing a ton. I think it's probably got something small and stupid on it that we don't want to catch. So I'm gonna set the hook, reel that one in, see what we got. It's a sole?
Yeah,
It's just a flounder?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's called a yellowtail sole, but if I'm wrong, don't crucify me.
Into the water. Not a halibut. We're not gonna eat it. Probably could eat it. You can eat anything if you try hard enough. It's 1 a.m. We're slack. So Ahmed said most of the bites this week have come on the outgoing, and we're just now starting the outgoing. So could get better. Most likely will get better. It can't get any worse. We haven't had anything. Absolutely anything. A couple, 2 of those little soles, which are whatever fish, but we're out for halibut. and we need 2 of them.
Yeah, we're on, bro.
What's that? Halibut?
Yeah, 100% a halibut. And we've only been here for 5 minutes.
We've only been here for 5 minutes. Definitely just 5 minutes. Any size or no?
Hard to say. Probably not. Sides are so small.
Look at that thing. Okay, we got a halibut. There's fish in the ocean. I was about to leave too. About to leave.
That's not a bad one.
No, it's not a bad fish at all. There. That's a halibut. We got one. We need one more. I may cut this one, but we'll call it a community fish. The weeds are an absolute nightmare right now. Every time we're casting out, they just get wrapped up and the whole rod's bending over. It's just, there's a lot of weeds and kelp and seaweed and whatever else in the surf right now. It's just making it really hard to fish. So I guess we'll give it a little bit longer, and I'm happy we caught a halibut. You know, salmon and halibut in the same day is pretty cool. And that was the goal. Well, the goal was to get 11, but at this point, beggars can't be choosers.
The night fishing slowly turned into morning fishing, and no more halibut ever found the beach. In the end, I came up short of my goal of catching a limit of sockeye and halibut in the same day, but it's hard to be disappointed after a day like this. I filled the cooler with fresh sockeye, spent the day with awesome people, and got to do what I love in one of the most incredible places on earth. The challenge isn't over. Before the summer ends, I'll be back to give it another shot. And next time, hopefully, I'll end the day with a limit of sockeye and halibut.
Alright guys, I'm trying something a little new with some of these videos. I haven't really done like challenge videos in the past, and I don't want to make them super corny challenge videos. That being said, I do like to add a little extra, I don't know, like flavor to the fishing. Like a goal that I want to achieve. I don't know. I like that. I kind of dig it. Let me know. What do you guys think? Let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see a little bit more of. So next week I'm gonna release the raw footage from my halibut fight, all of it. It's about a 20-minute fight, and it's pretty cool. I'm doing that for 2 reasons. 1, I think you guys would enjoy seeing it, and 2, I have a buddy coming into town, and we are going to fish non-stop the entire week, and I don't want to worry about like editing and doing a bunch of stuff like that. I just want to be able to fish and film with him as much as possible. So I've been seeing a ton of you guys out in public, and you guys have all come up and say hi to me, and that's really cool. I really dig that. So I appreciate all the love on the last video. I know not every video is going to be a 100-pound halibut video, but I like this one. I enjoyed this one. I appreciate all the love from you guys, and that's it, man. Short and sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go the f*** outside, and I'll see you next week.